What is going on? Welcome to Goldboys Live, presented by Pickett Sports, Hall of Fame Bets, and Sleeper Picks. We actually have Josh and Brad. I think we're getting closer to our normal crew here. We're still missing Will, so we will have a good show. But how you guys doing?
Yo, I'm doing good. I was on a golf trip, so sorry for everyone who might have missed me. For those asking, first round was pretty good. Me and my boy, Mr. Oaksy, we lost in the head-to-head competition, but we played solid. Second round was absolutely terrible. Got eaten alive by the elevation. There's no elevation here. Third round was really good. I was hitting the ball very well, hitting fairways. It was a lot more like Orlando resort style. So if you hit a bad tee shot, you're literally hitting it from the next fairway. So all you have to do is hit the green and two putt and you par. So I played pretty
How
good.
much money was exchanged?
Zero.
No bets made?
No, that's me. My buddy who I played with is not an avid golfer. I didn't want to give him like 20 strokes. So
Yeah, that's fair.
That's fair. Yeah, I think I was talking to Josh earlier. I don't golf well or often enough to be like a golfer, but my big thing, Brad, is I just want to be a golf good enough that if I can go in a foursome, I can stay in that like double bogey, not holding people up, like just
yeah.
be passable where I can go golfing with people that can actually golf, and I don't feel like I'm dragging them down as much as I should probably. That's my thing. It's just to be passable.
You just
Mhm.
want to you just want to get out there. If you're when you're just getting started, you're like, please just let me hit this in the air towards the hole, please.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's interesting that there was no. I guess you paired up with Oaks.
Well, we did. So I invited Oaks. My buddy
Okay.
invited his boy. So we did.
Okay.
Since we did teams and carts, and we were actually whooping them like the first three holes, like, and then and then me and Oaks in a best ball had like a triple bogey or something. Like, it was so gross. Like, I think I was right. I was left of the green, and my ball hits the green, rolls all the way down. Like, these are big undulated greens, and then we chipped trying to get close, but you can't since it's undulated. Then we three putted from there.
Fun.
It was pretty brutal.
That's gross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's my thing. Is like I'm way better with my iron. So I was like halfway through today, I was thinking, man, I should just put my driver away because I can like my favorite club's probably like this. I like my 6-iron a lot, and I can hit it like 150, 200. Like I can hit it well. And I was almost like, dude, I think if I play off a short tee with my 6, they almost would be the same distance and better than my drives are right now. So we'll work on it.
Well, speaking of golf, did you put any money down on this, Brad, or were you too busy, like, kind of chilling this week?
No, I wasn't going to put money on it either way.
What's that?
I wasn't going to put money on it either way. I hate the format. Okay, wait. Actually, I lied. Oh, shoot. I meant to put these in my Discord chat. I'm fading Rory McIlroy today. This tournament, excuse me. He is dealing with back injury, and I just don't believe that he will play this entire tournament. He even said it out loud, where he was like, "I'm pretty hurt." So I took Scotty Scheffler -1.5 against Rory McIlroy.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, Josh has said the same thing. I'm not sure. Is it? I'm getting a lot of like reverb, like echoing. I don't know if anybody else is.
I am too.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, is it on the stream? That was my question. Will said it is. Hold on.
Dude, I'm love. So Will's chatting with us right now in Discord, which I love because he's also offered to come on the show since he's like been on family vacation. And I just see him like
multiple
man,
times.
I really wish I was just talking about sports and putting bets down on my phone right now instead of like looking at Mickey Mouse and Goofy dancing in front of me.
And we have to add in dying in the Florida heat.
Total. Oh my god, that is a goddamn sight for sore eyes. Will's pasty ass in Disney fiending to be on the show with us.
Yeah, I feel like Will's just like not even watching.
He is, dude. He is watching. He's our boy. What do you mean?
He just said it might. He said I don't know. I said he's definitely not watching. He's just trying to screw it. Yeah, but I think it's fixing. But yeah, no. Will's. I think he's half.
I'm like reverbing like crazy. What's going on?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll just, if the stream can't hear it, let's just ball out and talk about sports.
Yeah, we can just ball out. Yeah, we got a lot of baseball. There's actually baseball going on right now. There's 3 games being played right now.
Did you bet anything that's going on right now, Brian?
I did not, but I kind of want to. I kind of want to take the Nationals money line. It just sounds fun. I think I just hate the Yankees, but that's a whole other thing.
Yeah,
Uh,
I didn't know anything about these pitching matchups to mess with them. I mean, Patrick Corbin is doing his thing, but the Yankees are actually okay against lefties. So
Oh, I didn't even set my lineup. God, wow, today's been
ooh,
a cluster.
not a good
yeah,
week
there's
for
a
that,
lot
dude.
of
We're
a lot
coming
of early
down,
baseball today.
getting to the playoffs, bro. Got to be on it. I know.
I know,
Yeah,
and
I
I'm on
know
a.
there's a game at 2 that I know a lot of people are fading JP France today. I'm not sure if you have any
Really?
thoughts. Yeah, his K line opened at 5.5, and I'm seeing a lot of 4.5s now on Pickett Sports, but I don't know if there's any more 5.5 lines out there. Which
What's that
I can
about?
back. What?
What's that about? He's been awesome lately.
I think it's more just a strikeout thing for him.
Uh,
Yeah, against the Red Sox.
okay. Yeah, I mean,
More.
I was happy to do that with Urquidy yesterday, under 5.5. Parlayed that. I was up five. I made like 5.5 units yesterday. It was wonderful. Um,
Yeah.
I did end up hitting Chris Sale. I was like, wait a second, Chris Sale's gonna get hit by this team that hits righty so well or lefty so well right now. So yeah, yesterday was a great day. Hope people were tailing that. Urquidy, Severino was a good fade. I mean, both those guys went like somewhat deep in the game and still didn't get their Ks. So that's why I'm just like consistently on that. I'll give one right now, which is Pablo Lopez to strike out the Rangers. I'm going to go down that route here. Basically, I mean, whatever you want to know, Lopez has been striking guys out. I've been talking about. Will told me I had to like calm down. I sounded like I was talking about like a hot chick when I was talking about Pablo Lopez recently. But I think 6 Ks in a win for him. When Minnesota's taking on Texas at home, Andrew Heaney on the mound for Texas. Basically, see when Lopez is on the mound, the Twins win also, except for when they play Seattle, who is the best team in baseball apparently. But yeah, he's at home, really good home splits, 13.5 K per 9 ratio when he's at home. So he's got everything working right now. If you want to get into like pitch stuff and pitch value, but I'm good with him to get 6 Ks and then the wins plus 130. If you want to just take him with 6 Ks, you're not going to get any value. You got to go up to 7 to get like minus 110. So that's why I like just keeping it at 6 and getting the W for them for Minnesota.
Yeah, I like that. I do think he's one of those guys where I'm pretty sure it's 6 or more strikeouts and like 88% of his games, something. I think something crazy like that. He just is one of those consistent guys where he's always close to where you need him to be, which is half the battle sometimes when you're talking about limited chances for strikeouts.
Yep, exactly. Yep.
And as someone like you that's rooting for the Rangers, you're probably not having the best time with them playing as they are recently.
So here's my mini hedge. These are all emotional hedges because they're not really comparable to the amount of money that I already have on the Rangers to win the West, including Will and what I doubled down on with my bets with Will. But my mini hedge is that Heaney's going to go under 5.5 Ks in this one, and it scares me because it's the Twins, and we know how much they strike out. But against lefties, they've been better. That's the only thing I got for you is that against lefties since July started, they're up to like 14th in K percentage versus they're down to like 22.5%. They were ridiculous, up close to 30 for a while, regardless of the pitcher's arm. So Heaney hasn't been doing this. It's only minus 144 on FanDuel for the under 5.5. But for Heaney, it's like he's topped 6 Ks in 2 of his last 10.
Yeah,
like he doesn't really do this. He walks a ton of guys as well. So I mean, his out prop is at like 15.5, which I don't think he's going to get 6 Ks in 5 innings, basically.
Yeah, I think that's a good look there too.
Yeah, both those
look at
guys
some of
are
these. Look at some of these slates. You mentioned like a 6 strikeout and a win option for Lopez. I was looking at something similar for Justin Steele against the Pirates. I mean, 5 strikeouts and a win, you get even money for it. And I think that's a really good look. I got burned yesterday because the Seattle Mariners just hated me and had to find a way to lose games like that. But I do think a play before it's double could be a good look there because Steele's been kind of up and down, but the Pirates WRC plus against lefties over the last 30 days, I think it's like 70 even. Like they're I think bottom 3 in the league. They just aren't hitting the ball well. Their strikeout rate is like at 22% against lefties, and that's not horrendous, but I think there's enough targets in this lineup where he should be able to find 5 strikeouts and give you 6 innings that are solid. So I think that's one of those things I want to back where he has 5 strikeouts in each of his last 10 starts outside of 1. So I haven't
been following him as much because I've been like, I've been salty because I traded him at the beginning of the season when I thought his value was highest, and then he came back from injury and was actually pretty good. Has he still been good the last like month or so?
He's been up, like I said, he's kind of up and down. He's allowed 3 runs, over 3 runs, and I think 3 of his last 6 starts. But he did look good against the Royals, which is saying a lot because he allowed 2 runs against the Royals, but the Royals have been hitting the ball a lot better. So
Yeah, they're better against
yeah, I
righties.
mean
Yeah.
he's giving them about 6 innings each start, which is all you can ask
Yeah.
for. And if you give me 6 innings, 2 runs against the Pirates, I think that should put the Cubs in a good position to win because the Pirates
Yeah.
don't have a starter even listed yet. So whoever it
Yeah.
is, it's probably gonna be a bullpen game. Their bullpen's not that strong.
That's a
So
good
I
call.
think it's a good look for them to play that.
That's a good
They
call.
play that kind of look because on the money line, the Cubs are -170. So I think getting 5
Right.
strikeouts and a win plus money is pretty nice.
Got you. Yeah, I was gonna say that money line has to be pretty low for the Cubbies if you only get it up to even money with the 5Ks for steal. You know, he's
Yeah.
had 4.5 lines before. You know, for
Yeah,
strikeouts.
his line today is 5.5 to the juice to the over -120.
Yeah.
So
Got
I
it.
think it'd be a fun little play for the 7 o'clock window.
Cool.
It's plus 102 on FanDuel. I'll probably play that. I
There you
like that.
go. Way to
That's
shot those lines, bro.
You
yeah.
do
What
Picket
use Pickett
millionaire right
scored.
now.
Pickett?
Yeah. Oh, I'm wearing my
Nice
Pickett
Pickett.
hat.
Nice Pickett.
Shout
hat.
out to Pickett. Honestly, though,
Right.
shout out to Pickett only because this hat is such a good golf hat. It just like it
Fucking
has
love
like the mesh in the back. It's a
Fucking
nice
love
hat if you
Pickett.
can get one.
I will say this. I have some baseball news. So I threw away my only Tampa Bay Rays jersey because it was Wander Franco. It's in the trash. Heartbreak.
That's a fair. That's probably for the best.
I should tweet Rays and be like, threw away my Wander Franco jersey.
Give me 1 sec. I'm gonna come up with a really good joke, but
all right, but listen. In other news, if anybody, and I hate to be excited about this, so I don't think I'm not, but if anybody bet Marvin Mims Rookie of the Year, that number is going to come skyrocketing down. Jerry Jeudy carted off the field today.
No.
Yeah.
Carted
No, I
off the
just
field.
bet that they were gonna have more wins than most improved team.
I still think Marvin Mims is going to be a solid replacement.
Right.
Oh. Yeah, kind of brutal. I could talk week 0 too when we get done with baseball.
Yeah, you talk that because I'm just eating wings.
Yeah, let's get some week 0 action going in. Let's start with Navy at Notre Dame. I want to pull up the current line so I don't give you guys anything that's stale. This game is being played in Dublin, Ireland, and I am going with Notre Dame. Line moved only 5 cents. Notre Dame -20.5. I got it at -105. It's -114. This one, we've been tracking the weather for quite some time now. It doesn't look like it's going to be anything over 10 or 15 miles per hour at its highest. We have a Navy team who is changing their philosophy, not entirely, but under Newman, they're going to be throwing the ball a little bit more. I don't care what they do on offense. I care what they do defensively. Last year, they're 130th in EPA per play versus the pass on defense, and they're going up against a Navy team who now has Sam Hartman, one of the league leaders last season in explosive play rate through the air. Biggest problem for Navy last year is why they weren't great was because they couldn't attack the field vertically. Or attack the perimeters. Now they have Sam Hartman, who's one of the best at that. So at 20.5, that's fine with me. Any thoughts on that?
I don't know shit about Navy football, but that's interesting, at least enough to go. They're gonna change things up. Like all I'm used to is like triple option.
Yeah, I think that a lot of these teams are going to be afraid of triple option when the clock doesn't stop. You're only going to have so many possessions.
Yeah.
So that's just not good football. They're going to throw the ball a lot more. It's going to be a little bit more difficult, I think. If we think like good on good, offensive line, defensive line down in the trenches, you have to give the edge to Notre Dame. So it's going to be tough. I see a lot of sacks happening when they drop back to throw the ball.
Yeah, that's fair. Their football games are always interesting to watch because the over-unders are like 28.5. So some games are 38.5. Like they're so low, and you watch them, and you're like, "There's no way 2 teams can't put up this many points." And then you watch their one possession that takes up 8.5 minutes, and they only go 3 yards. So it'll be interesting for sure to see how that adapts there.
Yeah, I also took USC team total over 47.5. But I think if you want to, I think you should wait and bet that live. Because I think it could get to 45.5. Pretty much, I'm pretty high on USC obviously this year, like everyone is, but it's against San Jose State, who against high caliber offenses, and when I mean high caliber, we're not setting the bar very high like San Diego State. They got pretty carved up last season. I don't expect many changes from them this year. I think 47.5 is probably as high as I would play it. But if you want to wait, I would wait to get to 45.5, 44.5. If they have like one or two empty possessions or a possession that ends in a field goal or less.
I like that. Do you have anything else to add for college football reasons? I'll take a break from my wings to see if we have anything else to kind of talk about before like moving on, because that's actually like you're right. There's only 6 baseball games I think on today,
Yeah.
so it's a lot of look ahead today. It's one of those MLB travel days.
Yeah,
it's tough. This is a tough day in sports because like there's not much going on, and then there's a ton of soccer going on, but this is Europa. Like I guess I could talk about Europa for a second. I think that I haven't bet this officially, but I think that Zagreb versus Sparta Prague, Zagreb at plus 145 is good value. I said this on the show last week, and they went up. They went down 2-0 and then ended up coming back. And then the game after that, they ended up winning 2-0. So it's just a team that plays so well in Croatia. And I'm not very high on Sparta Prague this year. I just think the price is like when you're getting a plus sign for Zagreb at home against a team that's arguably worse than them, it's pretty solid. Another one that I like, Lodogrets versus Ajax. Both teams are scoring over 2.5. I can't shop right now. Most of my money's parked in one book because I just got back from vacation. The line moved past my playing threshold at minus 120. So if you find that at minus 120 or better, play it. It's at minus 130 on my book, but always, shop your lines.
Yeah, use Picket Sports. Shop your lines, guys. As long as it's a legal book, we're supposed to say that. You're supposed to add that part into it, but I do think it's very important because sometimes you can lose twice if you get a bad line. You lose the bet and you lose the juice that you shouldn't have paid. So it's always good to do that.
Yeah, you will make money long term if you're always beating the line. If you take 10 million bets, so
10 million is a lot of bets. It's a weird number you just put out your ass.
How many bets do you think you're going to make in your lifetime? Like it's got to be close to the millions,
It's
right?
probably you're probably right. I mean,
like I think today I've already made like 35 bets.
That's crazy. I had to start placing some stuff. I was too busy being out and about, and I gotta get settled in.
You said you placed 35 bets already today.
That's what he just said. Yes.
Let's see.
How many of them were soccer?
I probably placed like 6 live bets for soccer, and then like 3 pre-game small bets, like corner props. Then I placed a couple of alt line plays, and then I placed some esports bets. So probably close to 30.
Dang.
Oh, and golf.
Are you like talking to other people to get some info on some of these sports too, or are you just like doing all your own projections?
Mostly all mine. I don't like to tail unless it's something that I have absolutely no idea about.
Yeah. So you also know like which esports?
This is just Madden stuff, but I know Call of Duty. I will tell my buddy in Overwatch. But like when I watch Overwatch, like if I'm live betting, I'll be all right to live bet it by myself.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Damn, dog.
I was betting League for a little bit, but then it was like too much to keep up with, and Valorant was fun to bet for a while, but it seems like the Valorant craze has kind of gone down a little bit.
Wait, Overwatch League is over? Pun intended?
No.
Tone said RIP to OWL.
They literally have games today. What is he talking about?
Maybe something happened.
Tone needs to
get
jump
into
on
Overwatch talk. I can give another
fight,
baseball bet.
Fight.
Oh, next season. He's talking about next season. I was like, I'm literally gonna bet this match today. I don't know who I'm gonna bet though. Probably LAG.
Yeah, sports is something I can never get into. How do you even follow these sports?
Excuse me.
Like if
how
you
do you
bet
follow
on
it?
these, if you bet on these sports, like how do you follow that? Like you just do you watch the stream? Like you just watch the stream and
just like how you follow most things. Like most of the sports I bet on, you can't watch in the United States unless you have access to international streams. So it's no different for me.
It's fair. Did you say something that you had something else to say, Josh? Did I hear you kind of?
I got another baseball bet.
Oh yeah, we'll share it. This is what the whole show's about.
Oh, we're doing bets here. We're doing bets.
Yeah, I think we're doing bets. It's kind of like what the whole idea is.
Cincinnati is in Arizona, and I think you want to ride Merrill Kelly pretty hard.
Yeah, his pitching out. What's the number at?
You got to get a run line if you want any money. It was at plus 122 on FanDuel. The money line was like minus 180, so it was pretty much gone. You can also fade since these bats are. I took him. I'll give the sleeper play because he's a part of it. 6.5 Ks over that for Merrill Kelly, and then I also threw in a hit for Andy Rushman on the Orioles, as I think he's going to have a pretty decent day against Barrios. I don't want to say great day, but I think Barrios can get his Ks. But I also think Rushman should be good for one hit in that one. And then I took Pablo Lopez, like I said, over 6.5 Ks. So, but the
I like that.
yeah, the money line there, or the run line rather, for the Diamondbacks would be how I'd play that to fade our boy Brandon Williamson, who every time I feel like I purposely actively fade him does pretty well.
I was gonna ask you about that because have you noticed that ever since we started kind of making fun of Williamson, like he's turned his whole season around. He's been pitching really well, and like every single game I see his lines, his earned runs today, his over 2.5 earned runs is minus 170. So it's like they're always expecting him. I swear his lines are always like earned runs.
He's only at 4.5 Ks too.
Yeah, and every time I check, I swear he allows like 1 or 2 runs, and his lines are always like so juicy.
Arizona doesn't hit lefties well at all, but they don't strike out.
Yeah, so that's interesting to think about. Yes, his lines, they're expecting him to do bad, but who knows?
In fact, his only quality start in his last 6 starts was versus Arizona.
Yeah.
So
they get to see him a second time around. I actually like taking offense and seeing the guy second time around, but I saw his lines, and my first thought was, minus 165 for over 2.5 earned runs is so gross.
It is gross. Don't do it. Don't do it, people.
Yeah, it's a very gross juiced line.
It does feel like he's gonna. Yeah. What's that?
Merrill Kelly's pitching outs is minus 220
for what, 17.5?
That is gross. It's gonna hit, but holy smokes!
I thought that about Kirby's yesterday. I took Kirby over 17.5 outs and 5.2 innings. He got a single and a bomb.
You got to go Ks with Kirby because he's gonna throw it in the zone.
He threw like 9 or 10 Ks last night too.
They're either gonna miss it or they're gonna fucking crank it.
It was just so funny because he had no on, 2 outs in the 5th inning, and then he allowed a single, and I'm like, okay, at least a single's fine.
Remember what I said though, Brian. Remember what I said, because I've been following George Kirby all season because he's on the fantasy team. In fact, my fantasy team's name is Jorge Kirby because of him. And I just really wanted to tell you guys my fantasy baseball team name. I think. But he's either going to get hit hard or he's going to get it past you because it's just in the zone like every time.
Yeah.
So,
which is why a lot of times his outs can be nice because he's usually pretty efficient. That's
yeah.
I mean, he's gone 6 innings in all but 6 starts now.
Yeah, I love him. You're not gonna but I just love the case.
Also, I wanted to point this out: the Diamondbacks, if you did want to play the first, like the first 5 for them, it's minus 110 for 2.5. I don't think Williamson's gonna go much more than 5 innings if you want to play it that way. I wanted to make sure that was good.
D-backs got to get 2 runs, I think, to be up at 5. But
yeah, that's fair. I guess like I got nothing, guys. I think I think we talked about a lot of baseball for a slate that only has like 4 more games that aren't being played right now.
Yeah.
But do you guys have anything else you want to add before starting to wrap up? Because I don't have anything else. I talked about my 3 spots pretty.
I think I gave my sleeper play now. Do you want to pull it up, Tone? Hold on, let's let Tone pull up the sleeper play.
Yeah, I got it up.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's Rushman for the Orioles get a hit, Kelly for the D-backs to get 7 Ks, and Pablo Lopez on the Twins to get 7 Ks. Gets you 4-1. I'm 1 for 1 in my last 1 sleeper play. So
I'm proud of you.
If you want to call it, don't call it a win streak, but I'm just saying.
No one was calling it a win streak, actually.
Okay, well, if anyone was, it's not.
I think you're safe with that.
Yeah.
I always love those kind of people. Like, no offense, this is because I've been kind of ass in MLB.
Don't say no offense and then say some offensive shit.
No, it's not you. It's to other people. It's all like the people on Twitter that like they'll like post like the 10-unit mega lock, like mega lock, whatever, and then it'll be like, yeah, I'm like 3-0 in my last 10-unit plays, and it's like, yeah, but did you just lose 3 straight 50-unit plays? And it's like, yeah, but these are different.
Don't talk about it.
Yeah, we don't talk about that. I'm saying I'm
No.
3-0 in this very
Dude,
specific
you have to. You
category.
lose your credibility. Like, if people want to get mad at you for losing sometimes and be like, all right, well, then try another profession, bro. Like, that's not how this works. You don't win 100% of the time. You try to win 53% of the time.
It's
So,
ESPN stats where it's like Peyton Manning has won every single game after Tuesdays at 3
right,
p.m. when he eats a Taco Bell. Like it's like
right.
okay, it's
Manipulate
like
them. Yeah.
Jesus, yeah. But
Manipulate the yeah, exactly.
no, but if you guys don't have anything to add, I think we can maybe wrap up around 1:30. I don't
Yeah.
want to just have dead time of us talking about golf or Brad's hair or something like that.
Wait,
I mean,
one more thing. One more thing before we wrap. Underdog Golf just said Rory seen grimacing on the driving range before round 1. I think I'm gonna put some more money on this.
I want to fade that with you. I'm gonna see
Put
if
money
there's
on
any
what?
lines.
Scotty Scheffler over Rory McIlroy.
Yeah,
What's that at?
I'll fade that with you.
It's minus 200 or minus 150 if you take the handicap. Scotty already starts with a lead over him too. So, but it doesn't matter if he plays one round and withdraws, then you automatically win.
Fuck yeah.
I like that. All right, Josh,
right,
do you have a closing
another
statement?
unit
Brad
on
had his.
I'm gonna tail Brad.
Yeah, I'm about to say I'm gonna tell that too. I'll fade him with you, and then
I'm adding another unit here.
awesome. But if that's all we got, I think we can wrap up. You guys get the wrap?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, we appreciate. I mean, we kind of went over a lot of plays today. It was good to have Brad back, and I think are we going to be on tomorrow? Tomorrow's Friday, right? Like,
I think so.
I think so.
I am.
So it's always a little TBD, you know?
It's always a little TBD because I know for a fact I'm going to be in DC tomorrow, so I'm probably out. But I don't know. Friday's always a weird one. Well, in my defense, my brother's moving into college, and I told him I'd go visit him for the first weekend. But anyway, we should be back tomorrow. I'm pretty sure. Not sure what the crew would look like, but as always, we appreciate anyone that tunes in. You two for being on. We appreciate Hall of Fame bets, Pickett Sports, and Sleeper Picks. And we hope you guys have a great day and win some bets.